Hello. Last week you had a chance to watch the special program called Among the Children in Skopje Who Learn English. I hope that you enjoyed this program and that it was easy enough for you to understand. I hope you had a nice vacation, a good rest, and are eager again to continue with your English lessons. As you probably remember, last year we managed to get through half of the intermediate course, Water and Connie Reporting. And I hope that this academic year we'll manage to finish it. In the lesson today and in the lesson next week, we'll be doing some revision. We'll try to remind you of some of the things you learned last year. After these two lessons, the lesson today and that one next week, you'll have a chance to watch another special program called A Handful of English Poetry. English poetry, both in English, in the original, and then translated into Macedonian. Just for a few minutes, watch a short sequence from this program. I hope you are going to like this program. Now let us see in what condition your English is. For a beginning, try to read the following text. This is to practice your pronunciation, your accent and fluency in reading. Now let us read it together. Today is September the 9th. We are having our first lesson in English this academic year. During the vacation, some of us had a chance to practice their English and some had not. Though we don't remember everything we learned last year, we can say that we haven't forgotten much. So, what is the next exercise? The text is clear to you, and I believe there is no need to translate. Here is another exercise. Question and answer. Try to answer my questions using the word you are going to see on the screen. Have you been at the seaside? Have you been at the seaside? Yes, I have been at the seaside. Yes, I have been at the seaside. Have you ever been abroad? Have you ever been abroad? No, I have never been abroad. No, I have never been abroad. Have you visited Dubrovnik? Have you visited Dubrovnik? Yes, I have visited Dubrovnik. Yes, I have visited Dubrovnik. Have you read this book? Have you read this book? Of course not. No, I haven't read this book. No, I haven't read this book. Now, Try to answer the same questions using the preposition, the different preposition. He. Here is a picture of water. I'm going to ask you whether water has done all these things. Has he been abroad? No, he hasn't been abroad. Has he visited Dubrovnik? Yes. Yes, he has visited Dubrovnik. Yes, he has visited Dubrovnik. Has he read this book? Has he read this book? Yes. Yes, he has read this book. Yes, he has read this book. You have noticed that in all these answers you gave me, you were using the same tense. That was the present perfect tense. Now be careful what tense you're going to use in the answers to the following questions. Have you been abroad? Answer with yes. Where is yes? Have you been abroad? Yes, I have been abroad. Yes, I have been abroad. Where have you been? Where have you been? I have been to Italy. I have been to Italy. When did you go there? When did you go there? I went there last year. I went there last year. Have you visited Dubrovnik? Yes. Have you visited Dubrovnik? Yes, I have visited Dubrovnik. Yes, I have visited Dubrovnik. When did you visit it? When did you visit it? I visited it last summer. I visited it last summer. I visited Dubrovnik last summer. Have you read this book? Have you read this book? Answer with yes. Yes, I have read this book. Yes, I have read this book. When did you read it? When did you read it? When did you read it? I read it 2 months ago. I read it 2 months ago. Now let us do the same exercise again using a different subject. This is Connie. I'm going to ask you the same questions, but this time they are going to refer to her, whether she has done these things. And you're going to answer in the same way you answered before. Give both the long and the short answers. Has Connie been abroad? Has Connie been abroad? Yes, she has been abroad. or yes, she has. Yes, she has been abroad. Yes, she has. Where has she been? Where has she been? She has been to Italy. She has been to Italy. When did she go there? When did she go there? She went there last summer. She went there last summer. Has Connie visited Dubrovnik? Has Connie visited Dubrovnik? Yes, she has visited Dubrovnik. Oh, yes, she has. Yes, she has visited Dubrovnik. Yes, she has. When did she visit it? When did she visit it? She visited it last summer. She visited it last summer. Has she read this book? Has she read this book? Yes, she has read this book. Oh, yes, she has. Yes, she has read this book. Yes, she has. When did she read it? When did she read it? She read it 2 months ago. She read it 2 months ago. That was well done. I see that you have a good memory. Now let us do a written exercise. Put the verbs in these sentences in the correct tense. I see him many times. I have seen him many times. Have seen. I have seen him many times. He be in London twice. He has been in London twice. Has been. He has been in London twice. He go there last year. He went there last year. Went. He went there last year. See you him. Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Have you seen him? Now be careful and listen carefully what tense I am going to use to this question. Have you read this book? No, I haven't read it yet. I'm still reading it. I have been reading it for 3 weeks. I have been reading it for 3 weeks. In this sentence, I used present perfect continuous tense. I have been reading it for 3 weeks. In the following exercise, you are supposed to put the verbs in the brackets either in the present perfect or present perfect continuous tense. My friend is in the next room. She wait there for a long time. She has been waiting there for a long time. Has been waiting. She not buy a hat for 2 years. She has not bought a hat for 2 years, or hasn't bought. She hasn't bought a hat for 2 years. He write 2 letters since 10 o'clock. He has written 2 letters since 10 o'clock. Has written. He has written 2 letters since 10 o'clock. We learn many things. We have learned many things. Have learned. We have learned many things. Now let us do a completely different exercise. No more verbs and tenses. In the following sentences, you are supposed to put the words who, that, and whose, but very quickly. Do it very quickly. There's the woman. She does my washing. There's the woman who does my washing. There's the woman who does my washing. I don't like the book. I got it from the library. I don't like the book that I got from the library. I don't like the book that I got from the library. Or, I don't like the book I got from the library. I don't like the book I got from the library. There's the letter. It came yesterday. There's the letter that came yesterday. There's the letter that came yesterday. Here's the girl. She knows my sister. Here's the girl that knows my sister. Here's the girl that knows my sister. Here's the house. I was looking at it. Here's the house that I was looking at. Or, here's the house I was looking at. Here's the house that I was looking at. Or, here's the house I was looking at. Finally, here is a dictation for you. Get ready, please. If you remember the last film you saw last academic year, I'm sure that you'll do the exercise, the dictation, easily and without many mistakes. The film was entitled At the Wax Works. Listen to the words. These are the words that Tom Henderson used. Tom Henderson, you remember, is the editor of the Worcester Times, where Walter works as a reporter. You ready? Now let us start with the dictation. I'll read it first to you. The article you wrote about the waxworks is wonderful. It's the finest thing I've read for years. Don't you agree? Well, come on, Walter. I'm going to take you out to lunch. We're going to celebrate. That's the whole text. Now, start writing, please. The first sentence. The article you wrote about the waxworks is wonderful. A full stop. The article you wrote about the waxworks is wonderful. It's the finest thing I've read for years. It's the finest thing I've read for years. A full stop. It's the finest thing I've read for years. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? A question mark. Don't you agree? Well, come on, Walter. Well, come on, Walter. I'm going to take you out to lunch. Well, comma, come on, Walter, comma again. I'm going to take you out to lunch. A full stop. Well, come on, Walter. I'm going to take you out to lunch. We are going to celebrate. We are going to celebrate. A full stop. We are going to celebrate. And now let us see what you have done. Let us read the dictation together. The article you wrote about the waxworks is wonderful. It's the finest thing I've read for years. Don't you agree? Well, come on, Walter. I'm going to take you out to lunch. We're going to celebrate. Let us read it again. The article you wrote about the waxworks is wonderful. It's the finest thing I've read for years. Don't you agree? Well, come on, Walter. I'm going to take you out to lunch. We're going to